Hello people, this is Indivil, welcome to Roguetech. We just come from two very easy sets of missions in the last two chapters, so let's just spice this up for a bit. We'll be going for an assassination against Thorian, conquer that. We just get going here. This is just about getting better prices in the shop before leaving the planet. We're actually on a research planet, but we haven't been able to just find decent missions here. We get Battle Eye on the Ifrit. We get, what is Rogue? Rogue to the Mortar. And we just get everyone else in place, I guess. The problem is I'm going to have a hard time remembering where everybody goes, but Kleist obviously wants to go on the punch bot. Legion, we were working on Avatar, but I guess there's someone who's a bit better. You might want to go on the 9S. Popo, we're just using for vehicles so he can go anywhere. Striker has Warhammer affinities. You're just used to the Black Hawk, the Black Knight, sorry. You're a bit of anything right now. Yeah, we can do pretty much what we want here, so we put Synapse here. Well, no, we'll put Popo here, and we get the better mech warriors in other places. We just can do whatever we want with you, as we've already established, but you're starting to have skills to take that. We want Witness on the Desta, and we just take someone to the Conquistador, which I guess is going to be Synapse. He's already got 2 tires here. So we're leaving King's Wolf and Brother on at home, and we're going like this. We could actually have taken the Warhammer and brought another vehicle, but this should be good enough. It just keeps the costs of dropping a bit down. The Warhammer has been fixed, but it still has no headhunting capabilities. Mind we're bringing the Battalions, so we might not get as accurate as we are with the Alphalans. Still, it's all good. We're just going to be a little more blunt about what we're doing here. We're going for an agitator, I think. Well, the propagandist, I think it's the propagandist mission. We should be seeing at least a bit more opposition that we've seen on these last missions here. That's just what this is about. So, Insurgent Cell Leader. Just let's hope he brings something good. We overheat it and we deal with the rest quite bluntly. Everything loaded up, so this didn't look like a very long loading time.
Command interface initiated.
So, let's see where he is. He's actually quite near us, so it might behoove us to just drop here. We can drop on his back, which is just always something nice to do, so there we go. We're seeing reinforcements. Well, looks like we're quite bunched up here. So we're seeing vehicles, that's something. We're seeing a clan Warhammer, that's something. Well, we wait. just let them open up.
This looks like a prime spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a cross.
They're shooting the archer, but it's just missiles. We shouldn't be too worried about this one. We're actually having someone quite near us here. So I guess we got a first target. We're seeing a griffin, we're not too worried. Brings a beep, but the missiles we can deal with.
Try aiming next time. See what you get. I'm your spaniel.
Just look for AMS to overload them, because there's actually quite a bit of flying missiles around. That's... whoa, that's a lot of damage here. So I guess the
I got
Ifrit
a heap of trouble here.
will be having a bit of trouble here. We just put the AMS on overload. We put your AMS on overload as well, but you're quite weak on back armor. So might as well behoove us to just send you towards the target and hope that you survive here. And yeah, I know, they still got a lot of things. They got a Seth, the Warhammer. It's taking a bit. You're telling me we can move? That's what you're telling me. So let's see urine arts. It might actually be true that... well, looks like they got a crit on the XL, but this actually shouldn't mean we're not able to move here. What if we disengage the booster? Are we able to move then? Well, looks like we got this Zaytara back, or them critting us just means we're sitting ducks.
Confirm. Holding and cooling.
We're able to get vision on the target, so I guess that's where we're going next. Yeah, the Ifrit is going down now. There's no ifs and buts. Well, the AMS might protect us for a bit, which is good. Just means we have a bit more, and might actually be on our best interest to go down here and just deal with you. You're nasty. We don't want you. So there you go.
I have a good feeling about this.
That's him open. It should be the Warhammer time, and yeah, that's the Ifrit going down. No ifs and buts.
Commander.
So, whatever we do, we can't get into cover and deal with the flyer, so we're just pushing up here, and we might want to EMP the Blood Asp here, but that's not a good hit chance. Might be better to just go about it like this. Yeah, there's quite some AMS going from the Warhammer, but we got him damage anyway. So, might be better to wait with you. We want to headshot someone at the end of this turn. So we see what the other Warhammer does. Promise he now should be going for mechs. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. That's a lot of damage on the Hyperion. We don't need.
Yes, Commander.
Still, it is what it is. So we engage the supercharger here,
Understood.
and we see who is the best target. And looks like it's the Warhammer, so we're just setting you up for utter destruction here.
Waiting on you, Commander.
You just move sideways and go for the Warhammer. Not Inferno. Guided will do. That should be a bit of damage.
Waiting on you,
You're
Commander.
unsteady. So we send the punch boat in their general direction.
Going turbo.
Not strict, indirect and high explosive. We really want to deal with him swiftly. We got something going on turn 16. This could be a vehicle, and it could be bad for the Hyperion. Still, because we have everything quite on site here. Yeah, we do. So, sorry about that.
Yes, Commander.
Well, something moved. We didn't get to see what it was. Still, we get going. And I know I'm clustering my mechs, but I'm really going for crits on the Seth, so that we don't receive
Engaging target.
the... we got the ERP to connect.
Vehicle
We
down.
don't get bombed
I'm ready.
with heat. So you're going here. We got him unsteady. So this is just about splashing damage there. He's open. We should be getting crits here. So that's you. Going to the ground. You're pretty much hot, so
Waiting for
there's
orders.
not much we need here to deal with you.
Got
We
it.
just move
Full
here
speed, no target.
and go for Inferno on the target.
Engaging target.
It's just about messing with his heat production.
What can I do for you?
And the Diastar just
Got it. Back
moves,
speed, no shooting.
gets enhanced imaging, and goes for an offensive push on the Blood Asp. Yep, that's it.
Time to die.
Well, we got his leg open. That's something. There's something going on here. It's actually a vehicle. And we now get a clearer view of what we're dealing with here. So, well, we just dealt with one of them. So there's something we quite don't see yet. Still, Blood Asp is going quite quickly, but we want to deal with the Griffin here. Sensor lock him in case it helps. It does. So, bit of acid, bit of Artemis. And you're the Emerald Baron, so that was a good choice. We have to deal with you before you go.
I hear ya.
So in that regard,
No sweat.
we just keep piling
No
on you.
sweat.
And it might actually be a better
Yes,
choice to go, but whatever. So, Hyperion has clear line of sight, so we just sensor lock the Blood Asp to get rid of the stealth. Cloaking is good now. We have perfect hitchings there. So I guess we go for the other leg. That's him left, that's him to the ground.
Recording.
And we should be good to go for the other leg quite quickly here. He hasn't got much health, this one, so we might be
I
good
hear ya.
in getting him quickly. Well, I do want the griffin, but I want to shoot him, so
Moving fast.
that's what we're doing here. We're going overheat, so high explosive, stays quiet.
Tell me what to shoot.
We open his leg.
Ah, took a hit.
Hey, wait your command.
You didn't took a head hit, did you? Not really. So that's a bit of acid, which quite frankly we want on the Warhammer in the back, or well, we could get you obliterated, so that's something. We're just using standard here. I don't think we need anything else at all to get rid of this griffin. That's the PPC gun, he's on the ground. So he's down to turn 4.
Good to go.
Which means we're pushing with the archer. And no, we don't want to do this, do we? What's your... no, that's not especially good here. We got a wraith somewhere, but that is what we want to do here. So that's overkill, so we're just keeping 2 troops quiet. Yeah, I know. There's someone with AMS.
Orders?
So, we've got a Warhammer in the ground. So, we just go for crits in the center, I guess. That's you.
We can salvage that.
Yeah, radical hits in his own. That's a bit of damage, but he shot an alpha. He should be going overboard with the hit.
What can I do for you?
That's the problem with you. So, do we get vision on anyone else? We don't. So I guess we're just shooting 2 ER peeps to your leg and hoping for one of them to connect. So that's both your legs. We got him pretty much in min condition. He's only lacking the legs. Anzu goes for the archer and actually hits him. But to get to the evac we must get through everything, so we're just pushing through this. You are actually shut down, so you're not that worrisome. Let us see what we can do. You're just 2 SRM6s. The Wraith... well, we could do something about it, but... I got an Anzu back there, but it's not that worrying. So I guess we sensor lock the Wraith here. Should help with chances. So that's actually a good thing that we saw what he brings there. Guided won't help much. So I guess it's going to be full acid. We want this thing off the board. That's just 80 MRMs. And he still has to go, so he could have a go at the King Crab or the Archer. I'm guessing he'll take the Archer over the King Crab. So who goes now? That's the Plainsman. That's just 12 SRMs. It's nothing major. He still tries to go for the Archer, so I guess they've locked on the archer. And the Wraith now should be able to get a pretty decent shot on the archer. No, goes for the Ballista. Decent damage. Very decent damage. But that was your last shot, Mr. Wraith. Yeah, I know. You are. There's no point in saying otherwise. Are we in kick range? We are. So this could be a thing, but I guess we're waiting.
Affirmative.
Because we might want to go for a charge back there. Yeah, the archer we have to move. It's actually beginning to be a problem. So what are we able to do here? We obviously vigilance this. Well, do we want to wreck the Warhammer completely? The main problem we have here is no one is able to help on him, and he's shut down. So this should really be an option to just go through his armor with acid and try for crits on center. That's you.
Hope we can salvage that. Reporting.
We have a shot to the plainsman. It's a scary shot, but it's a shot nonetheless. So I guess we should take it. We go for range here. And we hope we don't get too many shots on our own mechs. We actually hit the archer on his back.
Can't take much more of this.
Yeah, I know. You can't do nothing, so we're waiting with you. You do actually have a clean shot there, so we're so totally taking it. These ATMRMs aren't allowed to keep up. And the problem we have is we really don't have that many options to deal with him. He's bringing advanced AMS, so it's not that helpful to go for him. Guess we're just using LK to go for the Anzo? No, to go for the Gallant. That's a bit of damage. We have to deal with him at some point, so there you go. We wait here. Avatar. We have the same problem. We're not able to do anything major here, but it's 16 mortars to the Wraith, might help. And indeed it helps. So we're able to get in here. And a full barrage of Artemis should mean he's off the table. As much as he brings... Oh, he survived that. So we might be in trouble again. Who have we got left?
Good to go.
Well, that's the King Crab, at least. We got that going for us. So yeah, we might want to not supercharge this. Just see if by walking we get in range, and we do. So there you go. And it's actually good. He's open. So let's pray. Ah, he ejected. So we're good in that sense.
Yes, Commander.
Carrier is able to push up. And we just acid the Gallant. He's our next target. It's not that he brings much in terms of weaponry, it's just that he... Okay, just keep this quiet. Might actually be on our best interest to just disengage with you. We're quite open. You don't want them to get a lucky shot on you. The gallant went for the king crab, which means we only have to worry
Full speed.
about the
No
Anzu
target.
here. And our headshotters are not in range, so it's just about peppering him for a bit. King crab actually gets to do stuff. So that's a bit of armor you got everywhere. But I guess we're good. So that's king, punch. Punch is good here. Are we able to get our sword online anywhere here? The heavy peep is no good here, so I'd much rather do it like this,
Affirmative.
and that's it.
Another target.
So just the Anzu we have to worry about.
That's a vehicle kill.
It is.
But it will be done.
So we're just pushing a bit up.
Acknowledge.
Next turn we're able to deal with the Anzu.
Yes, Commander.
We just move here. Nothing major going. Archer actually swaps to LK. And we sensor lock the Anzu for good measure.
Got a lock.
It's just a heavy. You can't do much against this. So let's an arm open and a near ear medium destroyed.
What can I do for you?
Avatar just keeps going on him. Not guided though. Well, yeah, I guess guided. We
Right, Commander.
have limited options here. We swapped our utility
When I shoot you, you'll
for
take it and like it.
sorry. We swapped our utility for Inferno in this one. So when we don't want to overheat people, we're actually not that good with the Avatar, but that's not his job. His main job is just getting people out of the game through overheating. That has done us a very good service
All right.
in the past, where we needed to just overheat those super heavies, so we're not complaining about this.
I live to serve.
So, Conquistor gets in range,
Roger that.
and at this point it's pretty much game over for this poor Enzo. We're able to sensor lock. Don't know if it helped or not, just wasn't paying attention. It did. So this should be a bit better efficiencies. Actually not, because it looks like he didn't get any evasion at all here. So that's an incendiary explosion, and he's off the game.
Mission
Let's see
successful.
what we get from the loot table. The Blue Rasp and the two Warhammer clans are very good picks here, so whatever we take from these ones, it's bound to help. And at this point, I might actually prioritize the mech parts over specific systems. Although, just let's wait. Just let's not get ahead of ourselves, because we might have upper recoils on the table and weapon mounts here. So yeah, Anzo, Bloras, parts. That was the pirate version. I only have two Warhammer parts. Looks like we pretty much did them. Got heavy MRMs on the table. A lot of MRMs were here. So let's just see. We've got a double XL. That's good money. Other than that, radical heatsink, and no weapon mounts, no nothing. Utility ammo for MRMs, but that much we got. So we might want to bring the blood asp. That's 3 parts of a blood asp. Just gets us into shooting range to get one of them. So we get 1 part of a Seth, 1 part of a gallon, the 3 parts of the blood asp, a regular LBX-10, which we sell, MRM-40s, well, we have none, we keep these, but we're not bound to use it. And the rest is just junk, which we're selling. We're just slowly seeing how our funds are dwindling. I think I mustn't recall you, not even 1 week back, well, 1 week in meta, so 7 chapters back, we were sitting at 40 millions, and now we're down to, what, 26 and change, so we really must do something about that. But as I said, I'd much rather get better reputation with someone before we do a spring cleaning, and we have some parts to scrap if things come to worse. If we ever get below the 10 million mark, alarms will start ringing, but for the moment it just doesn't look like that special. 13 days repairs, well, we got 3 mechs, which got pretty heavy damaging, and I'm guessing, yeah, the one that takes the most is the Hyperion, because we actually took a direct hit there. So we bring the Rockzilla up, it's just going to be 7 days, whatever we do. So there you go, and we actually go to see if we had any clan blood asp variants that help us bring the creep. This shouldn't take long, we're just on the 90-ton bracket, so... And yeah, looks like we're able to bring the creep up. It's a lot. We might not be able to recover this, but... this is a decent mech. So that's bound to be very good parts around, but... it's pretty much completely broken. Young man, step up your game. Really, step up your game, man. This is just not acceptable. You bring me this. You saying this is a mech you're bringing up is just plain painful, man. So we lose some 200,000 here, and we just go for the 7 days. It's not like we have a lot of missions we want to do on the current set, so that's everyone back, and we just get going again. We have a recovery, we have what could be a decent challenge assassination, but we're actually already gone for one. Escorts take too long, a second mission, so I guess we're going for a mission against Nova Castile. This should be shorter than the other ones. So there you go, just take everyone, we have to put everyone into their max, so there you go. Giza. Sorry, it just takes a while sometimes for me to process what I'm doing while talking. This recording chapters has really brought a newfound sense of respect for people who actually do these, because man, you sometimes lose track of what you're thinking while doing this. So not you. We want Conquistador was Plover, so let's get back. And King Crab is Jiangxi. Where is Jiangxi? She's here. The vehicle pilots are okay. They're not that important, so we keep going with them. We should have some experience to really up our pilot's skills, but we'll be doing this off camera, I guess. Just let me make a cut here while this is loading. And we'll see once everything is on the table. See you in a second. So, there we are. Sorry, somehow paused the recording again, but there we are. Now it should be good.
Command interface initiated.
So, they're back on the other side. I pretty much don't want to be here. So as much as we do have obstructed sites, I'd much rather take the drop here, the usual drop. It's just better to deal with what we have around. We shouldn't be in contact for the first turn. Well, we are. So what are we seeing? Well, some big mechs. That much we see. So let them go first. We see an Atlas, we see, well, that was a hyper laser, I think, or a bombast you had there. So we're pretty much overhitting you if we have the opportunity. We're not in line of sight to the Atlas, so we wait until he moves. We've got our friends going, but they won't be much of a thing in this one. So at this point, the other two won't have means to see us. This is just about getting in place for next turn. Much rather take this one than the other one. And we see a Marauder 2 actually, and a Fafnir, which is worrying for the survival rate of our mech here, so we're just shooting everything on the Atlas. That should be good hit on him, and we'll be able to just do more once we get our other mechs. The Fafnir luckily misses an AMS protect us, so it's actually a decent challenge we got here.
How can I help?
You are able to see him, so we're waiting with you, and you can open to the other side and see the Fafnir, most likely. So you two are waiting. Let's see what the Marauder 2 does. Well, that's a bit of hits on the Ifrit, but the Ifrit has already done its thing. It has already gotten what we want him to be. A bit of EMP on the Atlas 2 will do good here. This is all about messing with his sensors and whatnot, so
Commander?
Are you in range for acid? You are. So acid it is. There's nothing else we want from this one. Just a bit of acid to amplify our headshotting capabilities once we get there. That's not a good hit chance. So let's take the high ground here. We only got shots on the Fafnir, so those we take. And yeah, we got him quite primed up with acid, so we should be good in that sense. We're not seeing the mech that was here, but for the moment we're just giving a bit more Inferno to the Atlas 2. This should help and get him completely out.
Standing by.
So King Crab is actually going through the protected side here. This allows us to just get a bit more Inferno. And we're actually in water, so it's all good. That's a bit of flare, a bit of Inferno.
Commander?
Carrier is just pushing up, and we will mess with the Marauder 2 hit generation now. Just because we don't see the Fafnir. And the Fafnir, I think we can deal with just by headshotting now. So, this is a dangerous shot, but it's one I think we must take. So, oh, we have no resolve here. Oh well. What can we do?
I'm losing armor left and right.
Okay, we actually hit ourselves here. And you just get in the general position. We have no headshotting capabilities, so we just sensor impaired Fafnir into oblivion. We supercharge this, and we should be good to go for more acid on whoever we want to shoot. Yeah, those were both busts, so we're just melting your armor here.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Skipper.
I'm out of SRM.
The archer just opens into a white angle. We're good to go for the Marauder 2, and I really think we should keep him controlled. So that's how we do it here. We MP him to just get penalties on his sensors. This should help.
Missiles are out. Orders.
You get up and actually hit the Hephaestus from this side.
Affirmative.
Yeah, we're bound to get destroyed by the Fafnir, but still, this should be the Hephaestus on the ground, so that's something. And that's a torso even. No, just an arm.
I'm your spaniel.
Our Hephaestus can go for crits on their Hephaestus, so that much we do. We go for leg, but we're most likely to destroy torso than anything. Yeah, we destroyed torso and had an ammo explosion. So we now just pull back with the avatar casually and mess with the Marauder hit generation here.
Waiting for orders.
King Crab keeps going,
Skipper. Taking it.
and we just almost there. So we do it like this. We just hit the shotgun, so that should help a bit. Cobalt actually gets here and goes with some tandem, which is good. he actually got the improved rocket launchers from the Fafnir
I've got your back.
to go boom. So that's actually a bit scary. This should be better.
Roger.
At this point, I think I'd much rather go for the Monada.
Here we go.
And we got everything to the center, so no lag here. And we hit... well, that's the Ifrit gone. No surprises here. We actually got a back shot to the King Crab, apparently. Yeah, we did.
I await your command.
That's the problem, when you're just
I'll race ya.
doing it like we are. A bit of Incendiary, bit of Artemis. This should be good enough to get him to the ground. Maybe even open him up. He's open, alright.
Cobra.
So you're going to the ground. Centurion should be able to shoot something, but that Fafnir is not long for this world. Just one of the shots hit the King Crab, so actually not that much of a problem. And the Diastar, well, just goes hunting for direct line of sight if there's any to be had. Not really. So we just stun and shoot here. Yeah, it's dangerous to shoot that many things to him, but whatever. If we destroy him, we destroy him. We only have 2 picks here, so...
Aye, aye.
that's... that's a cockpit alright, but we also got a bit of torso in the way. So that's 50% of them done. The Atlas gets up. Let's pray this AC-20 doesn't find its way into the King Crab. It actually doesn't. So the King Crab should do short work of him next turn. And he's actually shut down and even blows up, so... we got the Karya,
Confirmed.
which actually... just goes for a bit of crits on the center. We don't get it, well, we get crits alright, but
Something good.
we don't get the crits we wanted.
I will be
That's
done.
what I meant. Hephaestus gets vision,
Full throttle.
so let's see. Well, that's a bit too fucked up to just shoot everything, so we're just going with the Hyper Assault.
I'm here.
King Crab disengages the Supercharger, goes berserk, and we just go for him, I guess. So that doesn't work, so we do it like this. We go physical weapon in hopes you will get a cockpit, but if we get anything else, well, that was center.
Mech destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Enemy
So it's just a model 2 we have to deal with. We can actually get direct line of sight here, should help with Hitchinses. So we keep shooting torso in the hopes that some go to center and crit.
Take that as a weapon.
It's right to be panicked. I also would be. So just a bit of Artemis. We go for torso. They actually deviated and went for center, and we got probably
Mission
a Model
successful.
2 completely destroyed. That was quick work. We got a bit of damage, most of it self-inflicted, but it's all good here. We just have 2 peaks, so we didn't want subtlety from this one. And yeah, I know we've picked quite a lot of those lately, but these are a good way to get your reputation up quickly. You just don't get entangled with endless battles, and you just get your picks. So, well, the Maratu is actually fully here, so we actually crit it out. We got an improved heavy gauze, but range is quite short. Got a ballistic computer and a recoil one. This could be good for the Ragzilla, which would convert to Rotary Godzilla, I guess. And we haven't got much else going here for not even value, so might as well take the, well, we should have a ballistic and a recoil somewhere. Some mech should have them in. That's more battle computers. So we take them. We get 2 parts of a Fafnir, the AC-20, which we're selling, Bright Blue and sell as well, regular Endo we're selling. 300 is good money, so we sell it, and we already have Force Leaks, so we're selling this one as well. A bit of money should get us in the 27 million mark, so we're actually able to sustain us from this one. I don't think we have Fafnir parts around, but we'll go looking for them for a while. We'll just get into the mech bay and just look at what we have. We might get lucky and be able to bring up something, but we've taken quite some looks at it of late and it just doesn't look like. We'll actually go through the repairs we have to go here before we call it quits, because I want to take the time afterwards to just improve our mech warriors and sell a bit of stuff off camera. So that's just 2 days on the King Crab we have to go through. We just go to the mech bay. I'm not thinking we'll be able to bring something up, but still, never hurts to check. And nope, there's nothing else to be had, so we just go through these 2 days. And yeah, I haven't been able to stop it, so we get the hospital bay, but we're mostly ready to drop again. A-team is ready, and we're just 3 days away from getting our Ragzilla out of repairs. Anyway, that was it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider leaving a comment for the algorithm monster and a rating. It always helps. And see you next time. Have a good one.